Okay, okay, we're back with Oha and and we are talking about the title track, Pticka, and a little bit of the background and history of that track and the lyrics and what that entailed, which is very, very interesting. She's going to tell the story.
Yeah, so I don't know how that happened, but it was Warren who came up with the word Pticka because he, for some reason, liked, I don't know, the way this word sounds. And
It is.
because it's such a, yeah, it's, okay, he just loved the word. So to me, it seemed like an interesting task to kind of, like a program music. Like I need to write something that would uh, be good with that title. So I was thinking about what it symbolizes for me, and of course, despite of symbolizing the peace, also I was like because in the rest of the album, well, I mean, I think those songs for which Warren wrote the lyrics, they are mostly, if you hear that they are romantic, it means that Warren wrote them.
Okay.
And the ones are about death, I wrote. So I've been reading Bernard Werber. It's a French, how's it called? I forgot the name of that style of writing. Science fiction. Yeah, science fiction. So he has this book called Thanatonauts, which means like I don't know, the people who study death. And there in this book, in the beginning of every chapter, he showed some quotes from different people who tried to study death from the like different cultures perspectives. So this was just not that I've been like studying Bantu's mythology or something. This was like from this book, but after that, of course, I bought some mythology of different ethnic groups of Africa, because I think it's because I'm like mostly was always into like northern tales and folklore, and this one was so new to me because this exact, I don't know, like tale or myth,
Mm-hmm.
or is it like some kind of I don't know, like religious text. I really don't know. I just love the idea, and that they believed that, or maybe some of them still do, that at first God thought that people would be immortal. Long story short, and then he decided that after taking a second thought, that they should be mortal, and he sent little bird on Earth to let people know that from now on they are mortal. And I just um I think I like the idea of something so like small and like this fragile image of Tichkas being a symbol of something that that is like building, framing all our I don't know, like our
Existence.
civilization. The idea of death is what every philosophy, religion, anything is like. It's a big fundamental thing that, like, I don't know, like, yeah, it's a fundament of life. It's like the opposite. Like, I mean, it's death, right? So this symbol, like for example my own album Forget Me Nots, I liked the idea of this like little flower being a symbol of like eternal memory, or eternal devotion, or like stars, that like seeds of stars that
Mm.
are, growing from the ground. It's like
Yeah.
it also means like space for me, but that is growing from the, like stars growing from the ground. Like, and I like those like little, when something very small means something very big, like these kind
Yeah.
of symbols. So I just realized that this can be even more exciting, because for me these things are like I got really excited and I think like this is what I'm going to write about. So this song basically is that about realizing that nothing meets eternity, everything will die, every everything will disappear at some point, and
Yeah.
an Elvish song in MP3, like everything. I'm just saying about different, I don't know, like famous paintings or
Yeah.
uh, whatever. Like every single thing will turn into dust at some point, and dust will turn into like nothing meets eternity. But at the same time, the next line is "Leti ptichka leti," which means "fly, little bird, fly." That like we still have some time here and let's enjoy it, something like that. So I just love that, like very uh very strong, I don't know, like like breaking the feeling of like, yeah, we will all die but first we leave. I mean,
Yeah.
that would be too simple. This is like too simple to say it, but maybe it is so.
All right. Now we talked about, and again, it's up to you. How do you feel about performing or doing something? If you feel comfortable,
Well, I will try. I haven't been played in a while. My first live show was. One second, I need to turn my piano on. I think the last time I played piano was, I mean, my songs on piano.
and yeah, if you want to do something from your solo work, you choose what you want to do.
I don't really know any. I don't really know how to play any of Pticka songs.
Okay.
So yeah, because we never really played it live. So maybe I could try to sing a little bit of Forest. Maybe not the whole song, or maybe all of it. Let's see.
And this is from your solo album?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
the opening song, like the first song from the album. It's called Forest.
Oh, okay.
Uh, okay, I'm going to take the books off my piano so that they wouldn't fall. The thing is, for the better sound, I use this another piano
Oh,
that I use it with when I work with my students.
oh,
how
okay.
is how is the balance?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Good. Okay. If something's wrong when overdriving, oh, there would be nothing I can do.
No, no, it sounds good.
Okay.
Or it sounded good. Yeah.
Words are to pale to the sky, all the shades in the sky, tiny flares of light. Tonight is worthy to stay. Tonight. Marbles touched with crimson, proudly showing now their mantles in the light breeze. Magnificent dawn, so calm. flying in flight. Once I'm gone into the woods, once I'm gone into the forest, wishing someone found my footprints. Wish I could get lost. Will they call me? Will it be too late? And I will become the fall, become the dawn that lost the river. You getting across?
Excellent. Thank you very much. Yeah. I haven't heard that album, but if you want, definitely send that to me because I would love to hear more. It's very beautiful. I think hopefully everyone that's listening would like to hear that. Say this solo album title again.
It's called Forget Me Not.
Okay. So yeah, hopefully she'll send that and we'll definitely review it. But beautiful song. That was wonderful. Thank you very much. You did excellent.
Thank you. It's not a whole song, of course. I just feel a bit shy to like mm, I don't know. I'm just always shy.
No, you weren't. You did. You did very well.
Thank you.
Um,
I just feel like because it's more about Pticka, and I'm like stealing a little bit of attention to something different, and I don't know.
well, no, but it's a chance for everyone to hear your voice. In
Thank
case they
you.
haven't picked up the album, I hope they do. But maybe that'll get them to want to. Now, this next track, "The Hill Tactum," uh, the translation that I found is "Nothing should be feared." So we're talking about fear. Don't fear anything. But tell me a little bit more about that song and how it inspired you.
I think we are so lucky to have Warren here with us now. Hello? I'm
Oh,
so
he's
glad to
here.
see you. Yeah, he's here.
Yes, he is. Can you hear
Oh, I
me?
didn't
Hi.
notice. All right. Hey, how you doing?
I even have audio. I'm new at this. Can
Yeah,
you hear
I
me?
can hear you.
Yeah, we
Yes,
can
Awesome.
hear you.
absolutely.
All right. Well, no,
Well, go ahead.
no, I kind of tuned in and she was in the middle of a song. I didn't want to interrupt, so I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I also thought like, yeah, we should greet Warren. I should stop. So,
Well, Warren,
um,
thank you very much for introducing this wonderful singer to me, and thanks for the band. Thanks for sending me the EP, and yeah, thank you. Let's just say thank you. That's easier.
Thank you. That's what else can I say? Wow, look, the video is weird. Uh, I was thrilled to hear from you. You can see why she's the voice of Pticka.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's like she's an angel. I'm an ogre. That and
No,
I've got a cold right now, so I'm sucking on a cough drop. I'm about 40 minutes away from me.
no.
I'll take some more medicine, and I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna be all crusty and boogery, and you guys are
No,
gonna be like,
you're
oh, who's
fine.
this guy?
if you wouldn't say it, I wouldn't even think that something's wrong with you. But
Me
it's
either.
very
Yeah.
good that you made it. I'm very happy that you're here.
I'm glad you're here. Let's hear more from you.
Well, I've been talking for all the about all the previous song, but this song, like you wrote it, and as I said, Warren is the mastermind, and he wrote the music and the lyrics for that song. So your turn to, yeah,
Well, this is awkward. Excuse me.
yeah, talking about your own songs,
Well,
right?
it's awkward because I've got a cough drop on my mouth. Like, oh, all
Well,
right.
is it good?
It would be better if it was gone. All right. So I wasn't sure I was going to speak at all. I was just kind of popping in here. Monochrome. What were we talking about? Nihil tactum.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I haven't really prepared any comments because I wasn't expecting to speak. But I think it's important to understand that when you listen to these words, they're like really reverberant. They overlap, and it's supposed to represent something going on in someone's head. So you know how you're thinking this and you're thinking that, and there's like all these contradictory thoughts flying around. And I originally wrote this. It's a story. It's like you're looking down at the sleeping figure of your significant other, and you realize you've just grown apart and things aren't working, and you're trying to reassure yourself, and at the same time you're like kind of despairing, and that's all it is. It's a bunch of overlap. This is
Hmm.
actually when this actually would make more sense in the context of some other songs I've written along this line. It was like a trilogy, but I really wanted to redo this one with Olja singing and Andy on the guitar. I thought it deserved a better treatment than we gave it on 2015's Reliquary album. And I'm done.
All right.
I just
Which would
realized
you?
that you have this like mush. I don't know how to say like in non-French or Russian way, like
Mustache?
musketeur. You know this beard and this, and also long hair. You
Oh,
know, D'Artagnan, Alexander Dumas. Yeah,
sure.
yeah. You should also have this like hat. I like it.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, like
The
this hat
working
and the
hat,
sword and the
worker hat,
sword.
like.
Okay, sorry guys. Continue talking about music.
No, I think I picture what she's talking about.
Yeah,
She's funny. Hi, Mark.
yeah. No, that's what I thought. I was thinking those working hats, those the flat. I don't know what they're called, but that's what I think she's talking about. Yeah. All right. Who or both of you want to comment on the fourth song for you?
Well, you can say about the music, and I can say about lyrics.
If you prefer, sure. Um, we were in the process of putting this EP together, and I'm constantly writing songs. I don't write songs with specific people in mind, but as I write songs, it occurs to me like, hey, this will really work for so and so. When I was writing this song, and I liked how dark it was, and I kind of pictured her voice within the context, and I was like, okay, and I kind of just gave it to her. It's like, here's this song, do something with it,
Hmm.
and really, that's all it takes. I had no idea what she was gonna do with it. To be honest, she completely surprises me. A lot of times, her phrasing is there's nothing wrong with it at all. It's just not what I was expecting. That's the beauty of this, is I can do something like that, and it just goes in a completely different direction than I was expecting, and it just makes the music that much better for it. Because it's not anytime you just got one person pushing and pulling every little thing, you're gonna get stale.
Yeah.
And I don't know how else to describe. I wish I'd prepared to talk about this, but in a nutshell, that's how I think. I think you need somebody else to quicken it, to put it where it should go.
No, I think you're
Because
doing a great job right there. You explained it very well. Now let's hear her say.
yeah, I completely agree on that music side because I also like feel very often like one person's project. Like Dikajee is kind of a band, but it's more like me inviting different people. Also, like and it's I I like to like I can also like write all the songs on my own, but like it's so funny when you invite, not funny, but I mean it's surprising, all surprising how you invite different people and they bring something completely unexpected, and they're taking the music to a new place where you maybe couldn't think of. And
Perfect.
uh, so about the lyrics, yeah, I wanted to first of all, yeah, I wanted to use some vocals that would be um very like strong, like
Right there.
screaming, but vocal scream, like raise the tearful eyes. So,
Hmm.
and I also wanted it to sound a little bit, mm, uh, like Eastern vocals, something.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this middle part with this operatic moment, I don't know how it came in my head, but at this time, I thought like I've been singing opera for like such a long time, and and truly, I never used this kind of singing in any of my songs, like Dikajee songs. never, like not on my first album. Or well, I've done some like real classical recordings or performances in theaters or something, but I never used anything like this mm, in rock music, even though like I know a lot of vocalists who do that and they're doing great. I mean, I don't know, I felt shy to do that because so many people hate like this kind of classical singing in rock music. I don't know.
Love it.
Yeah.
The older people probably, I guess. We
Um,
love it. Yeah.
yeah, you know, some people still think that it's not. I don't know. So it just happened. This classical thing happened. So I just repeated the melody of piano that was already there. But yeah, with this like.
That was a surprise. That was a surprise. I just made like this almost ambient sound, and it just comes back with all these ghostly vocals doubling the piano. I was like, all right, it's all right.
Yeah, I just felt like this sounds like an interesting task for a vocalist, you know. And so yeah, and then this ending. So this song basically again about the same mortality. I think it's very much the continuation of Pticka. Um, and to be honest with you, I don't know if I've ever told you that, Warren. Like when this last moment, like after the break and after the guitar solo, when this part repeats, like raise the tearful eyes of yours and look, the sea is blue, and then this harmony comes back and like I always get chills. Like this is so cool, and it's like the sea is blue, and it's like going back, like it's drawing in the waves somewhere. Like this is probably my favorite moment from the whole album. Like this. Because
Excellent.
like I like
Mine
the
now.
idea of like being, yeah, everything is doomed, like we're all gonna die, but look at this beautiful sea. Yeah. The sea is still beautiful.
All right, let's talk about the last song because that one really it's a sad song and it deals with some real tragic ghosts and memories from one of the worst eras of our history, world history, and talk a little bit about that and the inspiration for it. And we're talking about Letta Butalete. I
Yeah,
probably mutilated that, but you tell me if the right pronunciation.
yeah, letibulate.
Okay, much better.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think I found about this word maybe because of this story, and I found about this story from the song by the French singer Mylène Farmer. She's a Canadian French, but she's like she built her career in France, so she's like a French singer. um and it's not even more about this story, of course, like from all those diaries from concentration camp, right?
Concentration camp. That's what you
Yeah,
said.
yeah. um it's
During
like
World War II, for those of
y-
you that don't have that.
yeah, it's like it's more about like this was a very strong um, image of someone really focusing on their inner like world, or some activities or reactions when the outer world is really like falling down, falling apart, or and at the same time finding a peace and dignity within yourself to um yeah, just to just maybe for itself, to keep the dignity, to keep that peace within yourself, to remain a human being.
Yeah,
Uh
I think you nailed it right there. How do you remain a human being with all the terrible things that are going around outside of you? How do you within yourself hold your sanity and your humanity, as you said. Is that
Mhm.
it
Yeah.
would definitely challenge any person, but
Mhm. So, for me, it was like I used this image. So I wouldn't say that this song is about that, but this is like the very strong image that I wanted to put there to like try to explain how of course I will not ever be able to feel something like that, hopefully, but I mean, but that how I felt like certain things felt. And oh, there are so many things that are happening in my head that I'm trying to put in one sentence. um I need to be I need to take my mind on something else before I can continue. I feel like I did this web of thinking, and I'm lost a little bit in my own thoughts.
Warren, do you
Not a
want
bad
to
place
hit?
to be.
Can you tell us a little bit about music, Warren? Would you like to say something about music?
Buy you some time, huh?
Yeah,
Um,
I just need to take my mind of it to be able to get back with. Yeah.
all right, so Latibulate. It kind of wrote itself in a lot of ways. I had this. I'm always playing around with harmonies and rhythms and trying to figure out what works. And at some point, I came up with these two bass lines, and then I was like, well, in the beginning of, I'm not going to hum it to you, but I was like, this sounds like a fanfare. So I started adding more and more layers to it, and I even put some timpani in it, as you know. And then Andy, he took it and just did this ridiculous over the top solo, and I was like, well, gee, this needs to be a song now. It's like this big fanfare, and it didn't go anywhere. So I started playing around with certain chord changes, and I got one that I thought was kind of catchy. And for me, it's music's a lot like a puzzle. It's like I
Mm-hmm.
try to see what works. It's like, okay, well, I got this
Mhm.
chord. I got this chord. I like this. Okay, what am I gonna do with this? Let's connect it with I like melodic bass line. I like dynamic melodic bass lines. You got that Yes T-shirt on, so you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Definitely,
Yes.
Hmm.
And
Chris.
it just kind of
We
gets
miss
it.
Chris.
Oh, Chris, yes, Mr. Squire. Anyway, it just kind of builds itself, and I get to a certain point. I'm like, okay, this is almost a song, but it didn't really have a melody, and certainly doesn't have any lyrical content. So at that point, I'm like, hey, Olja, here you go. See what she does with it. And she always goes somewhere I wasn't expecting, and it's always good. Every now and again, my initial reaction is a little like, but then I'm like, all right, cool. And I really, she's like my foil when it comes to music, because it's like, this is kind of cool. Do something with it. And she always says, oh, great. And then she just turns it into something fantastic. So I'm a big supporter of everything Dikajee.
Well,
Did I pronounce that right? It's
speaking of
kind of,
that,
go ahead, Mark.
speaking of
I'm
that,
sorry.
no, that's right. Do you think you'll turn this into a full album, or do you think the two you're going to work on something different?
I should let her answer that, because then I'll be surprised, because I really don't know what she's thinking. I know she's working on an album of her own right now.
Yeah.
Am I
Yeah,
right?
I'm working on the album. I hope if there would be no, I don't know, like earthquake or flood or something, it will be. I hope to release it sometime next, like late spring, summer. Well, usually it happens in autumn when you plan it like that, but if not the next autumn.
Everything always
But
takes more time.
Yeah.
yeah, but right
But
now I
it's worth
really
it
hope
when it
to.
comes out.
Yeah, but right now I really hope to make this happen as soon as possible, and I'm going to record grand piano this
Oh, wow.
Thursday. I think it's going to be like the second time in my life when I'm recording like this good grand piano, and I rent the studio where I'm going to record it myself, because usually I ask like better pianists to play my parts that I write. Well, for this album, also our keyboarder is going to play most of the parts that I write because he has like years of conservatory, and he's much better performer than myself, because I just want things to sound better. But
Yeah.
some songs I'm going to record myself, so I'm like excited, practicing, and yeah, we get together every day practicing. But talking about what we are going to do next with Warren, I think, well, first of all, can I say it? Dun, 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 dun.
Well, yeah. Yes, yeah. I was waiting to see if you're gonna bring it up, and if you
Yeah.
and you gave it away, so obviously.
Um, yeah, we are going to release a Christmas song. I
Oh,
think it's going to
wonderful.
be like a Christmas album by Quicksilver Night with different um, vocalists and other musicians, right?
Well, it's two songs, but every year, every year, usually around October, I get Christmas music in my head, and I play around with arranging it, and I should do a Christmas song sometime. And every
Yeah.
year, it turns to like December, and I'm like, oh, maybe next year.
When most
So
people are doing like this pumpkin, I don't know, like lights.
right, jack o'
Halloween.
lanterns.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are writing Christmas songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So last year, around
It comes
October,
fast. I mean, the retail stores already have Christmas trees and stuff. Uh,
hmm
it happens so fast over here. Well, everywhere. Yeah.
well, anyway, this past time I started November, or maybe October, and I started writing the music, and I hit Olja up and some other artists. I'm like, I want to do some Christmas music, and a couple of them I've actually convinced to work with me. So,
Great.
yeah, it's only going to be the two songs. Though. I've kind of got the bug out of me now. I mean, I put about 9 different carols, like public domain carols, into these songs. So I think once I'm done with this, the Christmas music might be it for me. I might be done. But the one I'm working on with Olja is based on Carol of the Bells, and it's got a few other odd things thrown. There's a little bit
Yeah.
of God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. There's a quote by Tchaikovsky at the end of it. The little Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy part on the celeste. I'm a weird guy when it comes to arranging
No.
music.
Thank God you're putting God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. So many people have left that off of, and I even heard, like, I think Ian Anderson said, I don't want to do that anymore because so many people have. Well, no, it's a great song. Keep doing it. So, yeah,
It's
thank
it's just a quote. It's just a
you. Yeah.
quote within the song. It's in fact I think I put it in 6/8, so it's almost, if you're not listening real close, you might miss it. It's not like da da da
Okay.
da da da. Da. I'm like da 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 da, and it's like in the background. I try to sneak as much of these different Christmas carols into these songs as I could, just to free my mind of it forevermore.
That should be interesting. All right. We're running out of time, and I don't want Zoom to cut us off, but is there anything that either of you would like to say that we didn't cover?
Maybe I
Yeah.
would like to say once again, I think I told you that before, but I would like to say it again, that I feel very I don't know that what would be the better word, like lucky and happy to be involved in that. And like now, like Pticka it's been released like not that long time ago, even though we've been working on it for such a long time. It's not new to
Seems like
us.
forever.
But right now, when we're talking about and like talking about like the lyrics and the process of creation, I just remember all those moments again, like when I heard "For You" for the first time. I think it's my favorite song from the EP. Well, I like them all, but I don't know. This one has like this. I'll stick with that. Um, and I felt like it's a very I would say that as a vocalist, I feel very happy to um I don't know, it's like maybe a challenge or maybe like it's a very good invitation very good to be like asked or invited to build something on top of something so interesting. It's very interesting. It was very interesting thing to do, and to, to not to spoil anything, to maybe like let hear what this music is s- telling you, and kind of I don't know, evolve, or just make those ideas kind of get more on surface.
Yes.
So yeah, I was just going to say that I'm very happy to be part of it, because yeah, it, it's
I'm
cool.
the lucky one. I'm the lucky one. Thank you. And I have plans. I do have plans. I don't tell her about all of them. I don't want to frighten her away, but I have plans.
It's good. Are we
Both
ever
the,
going to?
go ahead.
Yeah. Well, because Mark asked if we're ever going to play live, or maybe are we?
It's logistically difficult, but I'd like to give it a shot sometime. Um,
Hmm.
I was actually, I think Latibulate. I think there's one I was going to try to arrange for your band so you could play it live, but we've had so much going on, we never got around to it.
Yeah, I think it would be a good idea. Right now, again, we are all in different countries. I'm not sure
Yeah.
when is the next time we're meeting, especially with this moving.
Hmm.
But I don't know, that maybe it's going to be. Well, I think that Benjamin is going to England sometime, because he can travel anywhere. He's this like hippie. Not a hippie. He's like a little bit like me, a
Yeah.
nomad, and he's there where he's some like what he's working on right now. Like if he's now like working on something with this band, he's there, and then like he's going to a different country for another project. So perhaps at some point we meet in England, and we'll be able to play to be late, or maybe for you, or maybe some other song.
I'm
Well,
I'm I'm on the coast of Virginia. Come find me.
Yeah.
I want to thank both of you, Olja and Warren. Thank you very much for coming here today. Thank you for discussing your latest album here on Progressive Rock Central. I just don't want this thing to cut us off in mid sentence, but thank you very much for everything you guys did. It's a wonderful album. For those of you that are hopefully listening to this, please subscribe, and definitely